Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. Hope this video finds you well. I don't know. I use OBS to do these videos from my laptop as a tool or whatever. If anybody knows of other things that work for Macs, let me know, because I can't even find out right now how long this video is. It's not even showing me a time. This OBS is a piece of garbage. They keep updating it, making it more difficult, and all I want is something simple. Anyway, like I said, hope this video finds you well. Gonna do a mail day Monday on a Tuesday. Haven't done one of these in like 6 weeks, so even though I don't have a lot of stuff coming in, there's still, a decent amount of stuff. So, gonna get to it quickly. In front of you, you see two channel names, 3B Collection. I have started doing a Monday hour-long show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central with him on his channel. So I would highly encourage you to go check him out and subscribe if you would like to see what I'm doing with him, just some hobby chat, things like that. And then I do believe I mentioned Shoebox Legends on my last video, but new channel. I've known Shane for years, from back when I was blogging, and he's definitely the epitome of a true collector. So my recommendation is to go check him out and give him a subscription. But anyway, let's get on to what you're here for. If you're watching, you obviously want to see what I've been picking up, so let's rock and roll. It's this one. I think I got this on. Oh, I got that stupid ring on my light, on my mirror. Boom. Okay. So I think I just picked this up on Sport Lots. I think it was a Sport Lots auction. I got it for like $1. Domantas Sabonis. I love the way he plays the game. I'm not an investor and I'm not really collecting him, but when you can get it for $1, and then I think it was like $1 shipping for a rookie, you take it. Bet you the Thunder wishes they had him right now, but it is what it is. Twitter got me looking late one night. I was looking at Donruss Elite cards, so I went ahead and picked this one up because John Kruk is from West Virginia, which is where I grew up, and I want to, I'm getting back to just focusing more on my PC, and I need to get organized, but I want to I want to do a West Virginia binder, and I figured, this isn't the original Elite series that's so in demand, but I figured an Elite card for John Kruk would fit well. So what do we got here? This next thing was, so this came from Big Shep. So you can see there, and then he is the About the Cards. It says podcast, but it's actually a web show. So check out About the Cards here on Twitter. They go live every Wednesday night for an hour or two. It's 3 guys. Again, they are collectors. They're not flip vesters. So I definitely enjoy most of the topics they talk about, although some of them can get a little, But you'll have that when you're as jaded as I am with the hobby right now. But he told me, or I saw that I had something on the way, and it was coming from his town, and he's like, yeah, I just sent you a few things, and here is the stack of stuff. So let's take a look at what he sent. I was absolutely floored by this. So we got a Barkley silver from last year's Prism. Got a couple of the pink Prisms, which I have this one, but what I'll do is this one will actually be the one that will go into my personal collection, and then I'll probably move the one that I already have, probably just send it to JT to sell or something, because I'm working with JT, Triple Crown 24, selling a bunch of my cards, just a lot of stuff I want to get rid of. Hoops. I don't think I had this one. I don't think I had the hoops. Just a base. Some good stuff. I did not have this one. I don't think I had this one. I think I have the cracked ice of this one, but I didn't have that. Some Mav stuff. Kristaps Green. Dirk. Pittsburgh. Some WVU. Gary Jennings, former Mountaineer wide receiver. Shiny. Kennedy McCoy, I don't think I had any of his cards. And I need one for, my WVU athlete project. Some Wild Bill Greers. Let's see, that's a Gary Jennings, another Greer. David Sills. Love the Elites. It looks like the old one. I don't know if I had the base one. I think I bought the Aspirations or something, but I don't think I had that one. For WVU. Jennings. I love that. I love horizontal cards where you get just a more full picture. Unparalleled. Did not have that. This is the yellow parallel, I guess, out of 165. Wild Bill Greer. But John Means, I don't know what this is. This isn't Showdown. Topps Attacks. Did not know what that was. Means, I don't collect baseball and I don't really go out looking for Means, but through the kindness of others, I've put together a nice little collection. He pitched at West Virginia. Speaking of, John Means cards, he sent me this Allen and Ginter framed relic, which, I probably just would not have ever had that, to be honest, because I don't go out searching for his cards. Just not being a baseball guy. For a little while, I had this thought of, so this is like the silver foil board, or silver foil or something. I had these thoughts of, I could go out and do the rainbow on the Paninis because they're cheap. And this, wow, blown away. It's Will Greer Obsidian Auto. I love Obsidian. Obviously, I'm a Will Greer fan. Numbered out of 50. You can't really see it there. Light angle's not good. There we go. 4 out of 50. That is, I had a couple of Greer autographs, but I did not have this. And this thing is just stunning. I'm watching it in the video, and it's just not doing it any justice how beautiful that is. So, Shep, I appreciate it. You're awesome, and I'm definitely going to have to hit you back with some stuff. What do we got next? This was a little purchase I made off Twitter. Bill Ink, E-N-C-K. That's not his handle. That's his name, though, that he has on there. And I've bought off of him a few times now, and he had these up. So the first was a Mike Trout lot. So Phoenix, super shiny. I guess this is the extent of my investing. Just picking up Trout cards that I like. He is one of the best players in baseball, even though I'm not really a baseball guy. But this is actually the reason I picked it up. This Obsidian, I don't know if it's supposed to be pink or orange, probably orange, but the reason I picked it up, numbered out of 50, 8 out of 50. And then I made him an offer, so that was a lot, and then I made him an offer on that lot and this card. And Shane over at Shoebox Legends, if you haven't watched his channel yet, and are going to, you'll see that he talks about Upper Deck exclusives. Actually, I think it was on today's video, and that's actually what I picked up with Austin Matthews. So Austin Matthews, number 9 out of 100 UD Authentics. Just, again, picking up at a good price, guys that, either are or are on the trajectory to be all-time greats. So these cards, I'm not even sure why he did this, but Dan over at Korean Cardboard messaged me one day and said, hey, there's going to be a few things coming your way. Korean Cardboard is his YouTube channel and Twitter handle, and I think on Instagram too. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but he decided to send me, he had done let's see if I can move this, maybe make that a little better. It's just not going to show up. Some old WVU cards. This card, living in Morgantown when Jet was a rookie, this was like the card to get. This Wild Card Super Chrome Rookies. I think it might have been the first one, his first NFL card that was literally released, and he started out hot. as you can see, that's his West Virginia stats. But he won a gold medal in the Olympics on the relay team and was a pretty quality NFL wide receiver for a while. So I appreciate that, Dan, and all of these. Rich Bram, who played at West Virginia and actually played at my crosstown rival high school. Another Rich Bram. Obviously, I'm just a little more fond of this one because he's in his Mountaineer colors. And then one of the signature rookies autographs. I wish we had sets like this these days where you had like 100 or 200 guys signing. I mean, I know Sage tries to do it, but they don't go very deep. Would love to see more guys that have those, even guys that don't make it into the NFL, because for me, I'm a WVU collector, and that's what I care about. And then these were some other ones. Pittsnogle. It's March Madness now, so most of you, I'm sure, remember Kevin Pittsnogle. And I might have had those first two. I definitely did not have this one. It's Fleer Ultra. And the last one he sent was a James Jett 98 Interstate Refractor. Very, very shiny. So Dan, I appreciate that so much. These will go into my West Virginia collection. And kind of like I said with the Barkley earlier, if I do have these will be the ones I keep. And I will probably just go ahead and look to move the other ones that I had bought in the past. So moving on to stuff that most of you probably have little interest in. Indy 500 related, Champ Car, USAC, whatever you want to call it, IndyCar. So I bought something off my friend Mike on Twitter, who has probably the best Indianapolis 500 driver autograph collection in existence. And he had sent me this Paul Goldsmith to go along with the other item that I bought. Goldsmith is one of only, I think, 4 drivers to have driven the Indy 500. It was born in West Virginia, and he's also the oldest living driver. He's, I want to say, 95. He's the oldest living veteran of the race. And up until at least a handful of years ago, he was still flying planes. He still may be. He seems to be still pretty sharp. I saw an interview with him earlier this year on the Scene Ball podcast, and he still seems to be pretty sharp. I mean, especially when you consider that he's 95. Maybe not as sharp as he was when he was a teen. But, so IndyCar, or USAC, Indianapolis 500, there's just not a lot of cards out there, and there's some big gaps. So for my collection, and this is one of the things that I'm turning to is I'm getting away from other cards and whatnot. Just trying to find alternative things to collect. And if you collect vintage football, you know that there's also a big, missing time frame, and what a lot of people collect are matchbooks. So this, he told me he had this, so I actually bought this off him. Louis Meyer won the Indianapolis 500 3 times, as you can see there, 1928, 33, and 36. But it's a matchbook, and this thing doesn't even look like it's been opened. There's no white on the, where it's bent and all that. So McMillan ring-free motor oil. So these are going to be something that I'm going to get into a little bit more. I'm going to not necessarily put the IndyCar stuff on the mail days. I'm going to move them into something else. Either call it like a Racing Wednesday or Open Wheel Wednesday or something like that. But yeah, I don't know what year this is from, but it's got to be at the latest from probably the 60s. Just based on, the things I see. But super cool. Different. So thank you, Mike, for my Paul Goldsmith and that. And where are we going to go next? Let's go to stuff from JT. I have bought multiple things off JT Triple Crown 24 lately. The first thing that I think I bought out of this stack, he had told me when he opened his case of Top Series 1 that he had pulled this. So this is different than the one I had earlier. I showed it was silver, and this one's a gold. I don't know enough about the parallels. I just know that this has a gold look to it, and that one had a silver. So I got that off of him, purchased that. Purchased this out of his store, which I will put, there should be a link below to his store, and myself, and I know there are some other YouTubers that he does consignments for and sells. So this I liked because it was 2-color. You can kind of see this. There's this little bit of extra stitching, and this is off of the area here. So I don't know if this is off the bud, the king of beers. I want to do a little digging into that and just kind of see maybe what that is, where that comes from. But I just thought that was hella cool with the 2-color. So I decided to pick that up off of him. And then this one I picked up, just a cheap little buy, Jeff Okudah. I've come to like Mosaic more than I did originally, and Jeremy IPTTM will probably clown on me for that in the comments, so feel free to look and see how he ridicules me. But Okudah played pretty much in the next city over in Grand Prairie. He played at South Grand Prairie High School, which is where my wife graduated from. So I just figured as I casually see some of these other colors, I'll go ahead and just grab them for a cheap price. He's a cornerback, so he's not going to be super expensive. So the last one came in yesterday, and this was a lot of cards I bought off of the store. So some of you guys that can sign with him, you saw these cards sell, what would that have been? Last Friday? Last Thursday? These are your cards, and they're mine now. I just grabbed, because the price was right, I grabbed 3 of these trial All-Star games where he's wearing the 45. Eric, those back pages had pointed out, I believe that was Skaggs' number, and that's why he was wearing it. Giannis, just the prices were good on these, and these are guys that are, top A-plus type players, including Randy Moss, but that's more because he's from West Virginia. This one I actually picked up, this foil board. I just thought this might make a cool card someday. If someone signing autographs that played for Cleveland, I just thought that would be a really cool card to get signed. I think that's the one out of 260. Oh, no, it's out of 162. So I'm not exactly sure what the parallel is, but price was right. Giannis. A John Means mini from Ginter. Giannis, another Moss, Zion Williamson rookie. I mean, the price was right, so I just decided to go ahead and pick that up. And then Road to the Finals, Lillard. These are numbered out of 999. It seems like he might be that next guy that kind of gains, a very strong following. I mean, he has a strong following as is, but he might be the next one to gain that strong following. And this Giannis is also numbered out of 999. And the big boy I bought from him was LeBron James Gem Mint 10. This is, again, just my limit of investing. I'll probably just, I'll throw it in a box, and maybe someday down the road it'll appreciate. If it does, great. If it doesn't, that's great too. I mean, I don't like the guy at all, but you have to respect his on-court talents, and he is one of the greatest ever, even if I think he's a complete douchebag. All right. I mess out of the way. Sorry, guys. This arrived Saturday. This, if you haven't seen it, is the second Montgomery Club set this year. The little 20-card sets they do. I really like the design of them. The only thing I don't like is I do not like the lack of a name on the front. I'm not a baseball guy. And a couple of these guys, I didn't know who they were. I actually had to look at the back. But I thought the concept of the state in the back, the picture with no background, I thought it was great. I don't mind the San Francisco and the Giants, but I would gladly take just the Giants flag and the name instead. But I just thought these were beautiful. One of the better Montgomery Club designs they've done, so I thought I'd show these off real quick. Like that, I did not know who that was. That's Alec Baum. Machado. Guessing that's Judge. Oh, Stanton. Teddy Ball Game. Harper. That must be Judge. Bo Bichette. Bellinger. Javi Baez. Joey Bart. Big unit. Nick Madrigal. Abreu. Roberto Clemente. Mookie Betts and Cal Ripken Jr. So I just figured I'd show those off for anybody that hasn't seen them yet. I don't know if John Mangini has posted his video showing them off. I know there's a couple other guys that do as well. He might have beat me to it. No worries if so. This came in today. This was a Sport Lots purchase. Rediscovered Topps, Mark Davis and Charles Hudson. As for you, Shoebox Legends, he loves the buybacks too. He kind of got me on the doing a Franken set, and someday I'll get back at it. But I was watching his video where he picked up 100 buybacks, I think last week or the week before. Watched it, and it got me going, so I picked those up off Sport Lots. This guy here had told me he was sending me a little care package. Did not know what was in it, and blown away. He knows I love Barkley. He knows I love this set. So this will be one, if I have one of these, this one will replace it in my personal collection. But yeah, I love that set. I love the backgrounds, the 9091 and 9192. Just so unique. Not so much the subset. Some of the subsets, the backgrounds are a little but nonetheless, it's another Barkley for my collection. 91, 92. 91 had to be the worst year ever for Fleer and Designs. Think about the 91 football and that green border, the 91 baseball and the yellow border. This one, I can't remember. Did they have hockey that year? I can't remember if they had hockey. I feel like they did, and I feel like it was pretty rough too, but it is what it is. First year Skybox. All-Star from the 91-92 set. Man, I did open so much of this back in the day. And then I was like, ooh, love this one. Anything Dream Team related? Obviously, if you're of a certain age, the Dream Team was just absolutely just, I don't know, whatever term you want to use, the bee's knees or whatever back then. I hate using that, but it is what it is. And did you know that on the 1992 Dream Team, the leading scorer was not Michael Jordan? It was not anybody other than Charles Barkley. This one, wow. Now, I remember he had told me a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago, that he'd asked me if I had it, and I said I did not, and he said, well, you don't need to go get one. So I believe this is the original Beam Team set. I did not, and I absolutely love this. Just the colors on the over here, the holographic. I just not real good with my adjectives as of late. And as if that wasn't enough, he completely blew my mind. I never would have seen this coming. Don't know where he got it. But a Mario Andretti autograph 2007 Ginter card. Now, this was not a pack inserted one. This is an aftermarket autograph, I think is what Column C calls it. But I know that's his autograph. I have seen enough of his autographs that I know what they look like. And that is just freaking awesome. Thank you, Brent, so much. You always outdo yourself. It's crazy. So one last thing I'm going to go through. DMN Takeover on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you probably know who he is. He does stack sales. So I picked up some stuff over the course of, a few months. Just figured I'd go through that real quick. Got me a Boban Mavs autograph. What do we get here? It's got a lot of Jordan stuff. Pretty much what I just did was when the price was right and it's those A-plus legends, I just go ahead and pick them up. Continued to pick up a bunch of these Luminance rookies because I just want to put the Luminance rookie set together, and I don't know what I have. I probably already had every one of these, so I'm going to have multiples, and I'll just have to move those on. I'll probably send those off to JT at some point. The Larry Bird, but the green prism, obviously team color. Team color parallels are awesome. Mike Trout, shiny. Domantas Sabonis, I mentioned earlier. I love the way he plays the game. So every once in a while, I pick up a card off of his. Got two of the Get Out the Way Hoops Premium Stocks. I think this is a blue parallel, and this is just a silver, I believe. Really don't remember claiming DeAndre Hunter card, but I'm guessing it was just super cheap, and I know at one point he was hot, so I probably did. Tom Brady. Really don't remember claiming Landry Shamet cards. They just must have been super cheap. Tyler Harrow. NASCAR Great Balding autograph. Obviously just picked that up because of the Panini. Panini does sponsor his car, so just the connection with trading cards I thought was kind of cool. Giannis, Dr. J. Love me some Dr. J. Who doesn't? Big Z, when I was following the NBA in the mid to late 90s. He was early in his career. Numbered out of 300. Dak Prescott out of 99. Zeke out of 75. Staubach out of 100. Not even sure why I claimed this Clint Capella, I guess other than the fact that it's serial numbered out of 50. Must have been like $1 or something for a card numbered out of 50. I'm usually going to take those. Joe Thomas, I just like that one because it's the orange parallel, or orange of some sort of parallel. Kind of goes with the team color. It's Franklin Barreto. It was cheap, and it's going to be in a care package for a fellow collector. Herbert, Nick Solak, Christian McCaffrey out of 99. And speaking of Near Mint Musings, who had sent me that last package, he will see this bad boy sometime down the road. I should have gone through this and pulled that out so he didn't see it, but, you know, it might be so long before I send him anything that, hell, he might have forgotten it anyway. Just going to finish up on the DMN stuff, and that'll be it, and I will leave you on your way. I can't remember if that's just the regular or if that's a green parallel. I just don't know enough, but I picked that one up. Ja Morant, pink mosaic. Zion Optic. I did not have one of those in my little 15 card or so Zion collection, so I grabbed that. Derek Jeter. Don't know exactly what it is, but I know it's numbered out of 150. So I snagged that for the price it was. It says some kind of archives. And then this Bradley Beal, he's just been on fire this year, and I know college cards aren't, you know, they're not extremely popular with card collectors, but it was numbered out of 23. And honestly, I just like cracked ice, so I like it, and I can keep it. But that is it. Hope you enjoyed the massive mail day. Thanks for hanging with me all the way through it. If you're still here, happy collecting. Just remember, you know, collect how you want, but doesn't mean I'm gonna love the flip vesters, but I do love my fellow collectors. But anyway, hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you down the road.